The following program contains explicit American history. If you suffer from stupidity, Randall may not be right for you. Check with your revisionist historian.
Proclaiming the truth in the highways and byways of the world. Fighting for justice in the dark alleys of politics. Raising the voice of resistance to a fevered pitch. Men enough to walk his cat. Randall Terry.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the program. This may go down, I'm not exaggerating, as one of the most, if not the most important TV Tea Party program in the history of Tea Party politics. I'm just saying, you judge. All right, we're going to talk about Herman Cain, dead even right now in a CBS mainstream media poll with Mitt Romney, Perry sinking like a rock following Michelle Bachmann to the bottom of the ocean. And we'll talk about the U.S. whining against China and Russia. Oh, you're so bad when it comes to human rights. Oh, really, America? Thy name is hypocrisy. And some gospel music unplugged up in the North Country. I think you're going to love it. Today's program brought to you in part by Karl Marx for president. Hey, why not? He's already ruling us from his grave. And by Lyndon Baines Johnson for vice president. Hey, he served there once, and he's still a faithful lackey to Karl Marx. I'll be right back after a quick word from my close friend and alter ego, if I may say so. What's that dude's name? Reggie! Reggie! Turn the thing on, I got something. Just turn the thing on, I got something to say. The essence of slavery is that you are compelled to work for the benefit of another. Somebody else is wringing their bread off the sweat of your brow. And that, my friend, is what entitlements are. Entitled. Who said they're entitled? Who said that another man is entitled to the fruit of my labor? Heck, God told Adam, you're going to earn your bread by the sweat of your brow. And God says this is tough. Well, the government says, oh no, you're going to earn your bread by the sweat of your brow. And so are 6 other people. That is the essence of slavery. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I've got bad news. Herman Cain is down 5 points in a poll against Obama. Yeah, Rasmussen did a poll, Herman Cain against Barack Hussein Obama, and he's down by 5 points. Now, let me just explain this to you. The Cain people have to be jumping out of their skin with excitement. Why? Because no one even knows who Herman Cain is. More people in America know who Godfather's Pizza is than know that Herman Cain used to run the joint. Okay, that's all I'm saying. So, Herman Cain shooting up, up, up. As I mentioned as a lead into the program, I have to calm down because right now I'm so excited, not necessarily because of Herman Cain, because after all, I too am a candidate for president. And I actually believe I would do a better job as president than Herman Cain. So if you're a Democrat and you need a home in the primary, vote Randall Terry for president in the Democratic primary because that's where you'll find me. Anyway, back to Herman Cain. I'm a little bit excited on a number of levels, and I want to talk to you about it right now. Number one, the mainstream media, they have been frantic to dismiss by ignoring that man, Herman Cain. Now, why is that? Why are they so frantic to dismiss him? To say, well, he doesn't have a good organization, he's stumbling about raising money, and he made some faux pas concerning Muslims in the White House cabinet, and blah, 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 blah. Why? Let me tell you the first bombshell, all right? The first historic statement that you can take to the bank and maybe even quote to your friends. Are you ready? Because the mainstream media, all those little talking heads, or at least most of them, on MSNBC, CNN, even Fox, you ready? They are political racists. Say it with me. Political racists. Not racists, political racists. Why is that? Well, what they want is they want to compartmentalize. They want black people to stay liberal Democrat people. They want to just deal with them as a block. Segregate them. Oh yes, political segregation. They're not just political racists, they're political segregationists. Oh, I like this show. I'm good. This is good. You can quote these lines. Okay. They want to keep black people over here in the Democratic ghetto. Okay? You people belong, you people, more slave talk. You people, I feel like Ross Perot, belong in the Democrat ghetto. And we're going to keep you there. And Obama's your man. And we all know you've got no place to go in 2012. So stop whining, BET, about that poor young black male on the south side of Chicago that Obama won't verbally pledge to help. Okay? Just keep them where they belong, in the ghetto of the Democratic Party. Along comes a man who calls himself Black Walnut. Oh, yes. And he's not the flavor of the week. You know, stop and think about black walnut. It's probably the richest American wood. It costs a fortune. It's tough as nails. And as an ice cream, it's oh so good. Yes. And Herman Cain has a good enough sense of humor to use the line himself. I didn't come up with that line. He did. And it's hysterical. It shows that he's got a good sense of humor. So you've got the mainstream media that are made up of political racists and political segregationists, and they don't want to deal with a conservative, born-again, Tea Party, Christian black guy who's running as a Republican. Because why? It breaks all their molds. They can't easily segregate and categorize. They don't want to deal with that. And you know why else? Let me tell you why else they want. They want to dismiss Cain. They want to dismiss him because they want a little handsome white boy. He's actually almost as good looking as me. He's a white Obama. Yeah. He's from Massachusetts. Yeah. He's part of the insider establishment. I guarantee you that public radio people have gone to parties where the caviar was bought by the man himself, Mitt Romney. They want old Mitty boy. Now, why is that? Well, let's look at Mitt's record in Massachusetts. Does he get behind the Supreme Court of Massachusetts when they tell the state of Massachusetts to create homosexual marriage? He falls in line like a little Girl Scout. Yes, we'll obey you. Okay, so homosexual marriage, he's got nothing there over on Obama. How about health care? Well, Mitt Romney, oh, bless his soul, he came about with the most socialized medicine program in the entire nation. Massachusetts, yeah. He is their socialist medicine guy. Can he beat up Obama on Obamacare? I don't think so. Not when he brought about something that's far more socialist in the state that he used to govern. How about child killing? We euphemistically call it abortion on demand. Mitt Romney says, my position has evolved over the years. Now, when I was governor, I had to uphold the will of the people, and I had to give them a $50 bill. Yeah, you bring yourself a President Grant, not a Ben Franklin, even $100, $50. Bring me a grant, and you can kill your baby, and your neighbors will pay for it. But I'm pro-life. And oh, by the way, pro-life Christians around the country get behind Mitt Romney just because why? He's a Republican who says he's pro-life. His record doesn't mean anything. Heck, he could have stomped little babies with his own feet and thrown them into a dumpster in full light of day and said, I'm pro-life now. And everyone would say, oh, okay, you're white and you're Republican and you say you're pro-life and we'll vote for you. People, wake up. There's another reason why the mainstream media want Mitt Romney. All these reasons I just gave you, what do they add up to? They add up to, dare I say it, the Romney ceiling. I'm tempted to call it the Mormon ceiling, but I don't want to get accused of being an anti-religious bigot. We'll save that for the left-wing media. The Romney ceiling, he peaks out at 25%, 22%, 23%. Why is that? Because people like you, Tea Party people, even most pro-life people, have their heads screwed on moderately straight, and they recognize that this man is a fraud. He may be, dare I say it? No, I don't. I don't have the guts to say it. I was going to say he may be demon-possessed. I mean, after all, he might have demons on either shoulder, but I couldn't tell you if he was actually demon-possessed, so I don't have the guts to say that. What we know is this. He's got little demons whispering in his ear, so when he has that one demon on his shoulder going, ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, kill babies, the other demon on his shoulder says, ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, no, $50 kill the babies. Oh, look, okay, I'll be a moderate. Where's this guy going? He is Obama with white skin, and the left-wing mainstream media want him to be the guy that they talk about, to be the guy that the GOP runs to at all costs, because number one, he will lose to Obama. He will lose because the Christian right will stay home, like they did against Bob Dole in '96, like they did with George the Senior in '92. They will stay home like they did in 2008 against McCain. They'll just stay home, okay? So Obama will win. But even if Obama continues his path of self-destruction and Mitt Romney wins the White House, I dare to ask you this serious, simple question. So what? So what? If you had Romney in the White House right now, do you really think there would be any substantive difference in the direction that we're going as a nation? Do you really think that? Wake up! Even the children are screaming and crying against Mitt Romney. I've got to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll focus on Herman Cain a little bit more. We're going to talk about the U.S. and their pathetic outcry against Russia and China. And we've got some gospel music unplugged. We're going to ratchet it down a little bit. We're going to swing low, Sweet Chariot. Maybe me and a fiddle doing a little unplugged gospel music. Yeah, you've come to the right place.
There's room on the granite at Mount Rushmore for one more face. They're saving it for Randall Terry. Something about having to be dead first.
Hi, Joe Costello here, founder of Kylea Health and Energy. I've been making superb nutritional supplements for over 15 years, and from day one, I've partnered with Randall Terry, helping to fund his invaluable work in reclaiming our country's biblical and godly roots. I want to share with you a product that has changed hundreds of thousands of lives since its inception.
Introducing the Total Living Drinks, Greens and Berry, the ultimate superfood formulas that provide you the 9 essential areas of nutrition your body needs on a daily basis. Each serving of the Total Living Drink provides the life-giving phytonutrients that come from the equivalent of 5 servings of organic vegetables and berries, enzymes for better digestion and nutrient absorption, protein for building lean muscle mass so you can burn more fat for fuel, probiotics for better intestinal function, herbs for building energy and stamina, antioxidants for maximum immune function and disease prevention, and all the vitamins and minerals you need for slowing down aging and maximum health. You would have to take 30 to 40 capsules each day and spend almost $10 a day to match the over 30,000 milligrams of total nutrition in each scoop of the Total Living Drink. Order right now and get started on the amazing Total Living Drink. They come in 2 delicious flavors, Total Living Drink Greens and Total Living Drink Berry. And every single dollar we receive, we give a generous amount to Randall Terry's organization to help further his work and further the kingdom. Visit us online at the address on your screen and receive an online discount or call the toll-free number. Call today, and for the daily price of a latte, you can get back on the road to better health and energy with Kylea's Total Living Drink.
Moments with Moses. All the leading priests and the people likewise were exceedingly unfaithful, following all the abominations of the nations. And they polluted the house of the Lord, which he had hallowed in Jerusalem.
Welcome back to the program, friend, where ethics matter more than politics, where principle matters more than party. Tea Party watchers, pro-lifers, you're watching the #1 program in America, daily television show dealing with Tea Party issues, pro-life issues. But you have to hear me on this. You have a destiny. Your destiny is not simply to watch this show on television or online or to listen in a podcast. Your destiny is to fight and to say the truth and to act out the truth in your family, on the job, in your community, in politics, in your area. And I'll say this one last thing before I talk about the US, Russia, and China. One of the greatest gifts that you can give to people, starting with your own family and moving outward, is to say the truth as you understand it, knowing that sometimes we can be wrong, but you can quote the 10 Commandments and be dead on every time, okay? One of the greatest gifts that you can give to people is to say the truth when the truth is either uncomfortable or unpopular. I've had many people say to me, I love you because you say what I'm thinking, but I'm afraid to say it. Don't be afraid. Play to an audience of one. Play to your maker. Play to he to whom you will give an account. And then, when it comes to this life, let the chips fall where they may. And understand this, when you say the truth to those that you love, and even those that are your adversaries or your enemies, you're doing them a greater kindness and a greater good by speaking the truth to them, even when they don't want to hear it, and even when the truth is unpopular. The truth always has within it the seeds of its own vindication and the seeds of its own victory. Now to the truth concerning the recent UN Security Council vote regarding the censure or the condemnation of Syria's killing of some 2,700 civilians. Now, first of all, we should all deplore this. The Syrian government is made up of demonic dictators hell-bent on God knows what, whether it's Sharia law, the institutionalization of Islam, or just the retention of power and the suppression of truth, justice, freedom, liberty, etc. Okay? Certainly the people of Syria don't have the right to elect their government. They don't have the right to speak against their government. They don't have the right to practice Christianity. They don't have the right to congregate with people who they want and to have the freedom of expression, right? So the U.S. is proper in wanting to condemn them. But oh, guess what? Every treachery against human rights that I just delineated is practiced with far more zeal and far more power in Red China. Yeah, China, our #1 trading partner. China, who has most favored nation status with the United States of America. China, who is worse than Syria. Syria doesn't have forced abortion. In China, they drag women kicking and screaming, begging for mercy, and they literally inject them. I have to stop because the descriptions of what happened with forced child killing and forced sterilization are so barbaric, I don't even want to delineate them on TV. But suffice it to say, China is a far more evil nation, at least far more evil government than Syria. And yet, China gets the most favored nation status from us. China is our #1 trading partner. Why is that? China makes our trinkets. You see, America is slowly but surely becoming a slave state. We're becoming a welfare state, which by definition means a slave state, and we're preoccupied with bread and circuses. Well, our bread has gone up, 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 but our circuses have come down in price, thanks to China. Think with me what it used to cost for a VCR player. Think of what toys now cost. Think of how cheap they are. Look at the label, people. Made in China. Think slave labor. Think oppression of human rights. Think no voting rights, forced abortion, no right to practice Christianity. They can make our little figurines of Jesus and Mary, but they can't use them to celebrate openly on Christmas because they live in China. Our nation is so hypocritical. The Obama administration pushing this condemnation of Syria, it's disgusting. God save us. I'm going to take a break. When we come back, we'll soothe the soul with some unplugged gospel music and a couple more thoughts on Herman Cain and a quote from one of our founding fathers. You're going to love it. Don't go away.
Hi, Joe Costello here, founder of Kailea Health and Energy. I want to share with you a product that has changed hundreds of thousands of lives.
Introducing the Total Living Drinks, Greens and Berry, the ultimate superfood formulas that provide you the 9 daily essential areas of nutrition your body needs. Each scoop provides the life-giving phytonutrients that come from the equivalent of 5 servings of organic vegetables and berries, probiotics for better intestinal function, antioxidants for disease prevention, and vitamins and minerals for establishing maximum health. Order now and get started on the Total Living Drink. When you do, a generous gift will go to Randall Terry's organization to help further his work and further the kingdom. Order online and receive an online discount or call the toll-free number. Call today and enjoy maximum health and energy.
I have no fear of the future. Let us go forward into its mysteries. Let us tear aside the veils which hide it from our eyes, and let us move onward with confidence and courage. Sir Winston Churchill.
Welcome to the program, friend. In just a minute, some soothing medication for your soul. A little unplugged gospel music. But first, let me give you yet another reason to need it. Have you ever heard of the Susan B. Anthony list? I hope not. Well, they tout themselves as this great pro-life force in politics. They set the bar so low that you couldn't even trip over it. Yeah. They want people to sign a pledge, 3-part pledge. Part 1 is, and you guys got to help me if I forget. 1 is, I as president will only appoint people to the Supreme Court who will uphold the Constitution in its original intent. That's it.
What about slaves? Does that mean
Yeah, slaves, good. Obama could sign that. It doesn't say anything about appointing judges that are against Roe versus Wade and will overturn Roe. No, nothing. Number 2, that they'll defund Planned Parenthood. They'll sign a bill. And I can't even remember the third one. Can I? Oh, appoint people to positions in the cabinet that should be pro-life. That's it. Nothing about making child killing illegal. Nothing about appointing judges who will overturn Roe. It's inane. It's pablum. Okay? It's, oh, dare I say it? It's lukewarm. I got to spit it out of my mouth. Ah! Hold to a position that means something. It goes like this. Thou shalt not murder. An abortion is murder, and it must be a criminal act to commit murder from conception till birth. I want a pro-life pledge from a president that says, I'll only appoint judges to overturn Roe. I'll sign any bill that will overturn child killing and make it a criminal act. All right, let's have some of that soothing balm that I promised. Little unplugged gospel. Andrew, roll tape. Who is that man singing? He's good.
Swing low, come on now and carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. I looked over Jordan, what did I see? Coming now to carry me home. It was a band of angels coming after me, coming for to carry me home. Sing it again, Ryan, come on. Oh, yeah, 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 mama. Oh, yeah,
Where else can you turn on the television and get that?
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. We've got a lot of fun music segments coming up on the weeks and months ahead. You're really going to enjoy it, especially when our new studio is done. All right, I'm going to take a break. When we come back, another awesome, dare I say it, incendiary quote from one of my revolutionary heroes. There I go again, revolution. Sam Adams.
The Lord says to my Lord, sit at my right hand till I make your enemies your footstool. The Lord sends forth from Zion your mighty scepter. Rule in the midst of your foes. Your people will offer themselves freely on the day you lead your host upon the holy mountains.
Hi, Joe Costello here, founder of Kylea Health and Energy. I want to share with you a product that has changed hundreds of thousands of lives.
Introducing the Total Living Drinks, Greens and Berry, the ultimate superfood formulas that provide you the 9 daily essential areas of nutrition your body needs. Each scoop provides the life-giving phytonutrients that come from the equivalent of 5 servings of organic vegetables and berries, probiotics for better intestinal function, antioxidants for disease prevention, and vitamins and minerals for establishing maximum health. Order now and get started on the Total Living Drink. When you do, a generous gift will go to Randall Terry's organization to help further his work and further the kingdom. Order online and receive an online discount or call the toll-free number. Call today and enjoy maximum health and energy.
Samuel Adams said, "The utopian schemes of leveling and a community of goods are as visionary and impractical as those which vest all property in the crown. These ideas are arbitrary, despotic, and in our government, unconstitutional." Friends, this is before Karl Marx wrote the Communist Manifesto. These ideas were around prior to Karl Marx, all right? Karl Marx didn't originate this utopian hell. It is despotic. It is arbitrary. It is theft. It is based upon greed. So I want to applaud Herman Cain, who had the guts to stand up and say to these Wall Street protesters, have you seen it in the news, these people on Wall Street protesting against the big money? He's saying, look, don't complain against success. If you're a failure, maybe you're to blame. God bless Samuel Adams and God bless Herman Cain.